Right. So let's start the session. Sorry, I was disturbed by a call, so now it's okay. So it's the fifth question that we are going to talk about. So the fifth question has the Excel sheet about the cricket players, which has the player name, the span, the time period that they have played, matches, innings, not outs, runs, and high scores are there. Average column is empty. There are centuries, 50s, and ducks, right? That means zeros. So, like the questions are asked based on this. So, the first question that they are asking is the column H is used to show the batting average of each player. The average of a player is calculated by using the formula runs divided by innings minus not outs. So, innings minus not outs should be together. Write down the formula that should be entered into the cell H3 to obtain SR Tendulkar's average. So cell H3. Cell H3 means right over here. Right? So we have to figure out what should be the formula comes to cell H3. So the way that they have illustrated is like runs divided by innings minus not out. So that means runs will be over here. So that should be divided by innings minus not out. Right? So runs for Tendulkar, this is the runs that we are going to consider. That means F3, right? It's the F3. So equals F3 will be there. So this needs to be divided. So we need to use the brackets because the formula has given like that. Innings minus not out. So innings goes with D3. These are the innings of Tendulkar. So D3 minus not outs goes with E3. Okay, so that's going to be the answer for the very first one. Let's cross check that with the marking scheme as well. Yeah, there you go. The answer what we are looking for. Like it says equal F3 divided by within brackets D3 minus E3. In the marking scheme, they have shown you another way of writing it using the plus sign, right? But it's better we stick to the equal sign. So 2 marks if you have done this correctly. So the second question says, assume that formula entered to cell H3 is copied to the cell range H4 colon H22. Write down the formula displayed in cell H22. Assume that the formula entered in cell H3 is copied to the cell range H4 to H22. Yes. Now, be very careful on these kind of questions, people. Because now what they are saying is, the formula that they have written in this cell has been copied from onto this particular cell range, right? So now we know the formula that we have written here is F3 divided by D3 minus E3, right? So we have to think about what should be that formula when it is being copied to the 22. Now, in this question, there is a big help for you. The help is this F3 divided by D3 minus E3, everything is related to the row number 3. Now, that's a very big help that they have given to you, because the cell addresses, in the cell address, the row header are parallel to the row header that the formula is staying, right? So like if we copy the formula downwards, the cell at the row headers are going to change according to the row that they are copied to, right? Again, then තුන්වෙනි පේලියේනේ F3 කියලා තියෙනවා. හතරවෙනි පේලියට copy කරනකොට ඒක F4 කියලා වෙනස් වෙනවා. එතකොට ඒක අපිට හොඳ වාසියක්. මොකද තුන්වෙනි පේලියේ තියෙන cell addresses වල row header reference එක තියෙන්නේ පේලියේ අංකෙම. එතකොට අපිට ටක් ගාලා හිතා ගන්න පුළුවන් 22 වෙනි row එකට ගියාම F3 F22 වෙනවා. Right? So it's kind of easy. Right? So what you can do is you can say the formula that's supposed to come over here can be like equals F22 divided by D22 minus E22, right? So the benefit of having the formula in the same row can be used here. So it's copied from the third row to the 22nd row. So the cell reference is changing from 3 to 22 over here. හැබැයි ඕක පටලව ගන්න එපා 22 වෙනි row එකට copy කරනකොට නිතරම row header එක 22 කියලා එන්නේ කියලා. Right? As an example, let's think here they have some small formula saying F10 plus E15, something like that. F10 plus E15. ඉතින් එහෙම තමයි formula එකක් තියෙන්නේ කියලා මෙතන. Now you have to be very careful. Now if I copy that formula along here to this particular place, this place is going to contain equals 1. So there you have to think a little, right? මේක කොහොමද මේ දෙන්නගේ සම්බන්ධය හැදෙන්නේ? දැන් 3 ඉන්න හිටපු කෙනා 22ට copy කරනකොට අපි change එක කොච්චර? අපි 3 කියන value එකට 17ක් එකතු වෙලා තමයි 22 හැදෙන්නේ. එන්න එතනදී අපිට අපේ මෙන්න මේ cell row headers වල තියෙන numbers ටික වැදගත් වෙනවා. Your original formula is on the third row. You are supposed to copy it to the 22nd row. The difference in between is 19. මෙතන 19ක වෙනසක් තියෙනවා. එතකොට මේ මෙතන ලියපු formula එක F3 කියලා හිතපු කෙනාට 19ක් එකතු කරලා තමයි ඔයා 22nd row එකට ආපු එක හොයාගන්නේ. ඒකයි මම කිව්වේ දැන් කලින් එකේ අපිට වාසියක් තියෙනවා මේ third row එකේ හිටපු කෙනාගේ cell addresses තියෙන්නේ 3 වලින්. formula එකේ addresses තියෙන්නේ 3 වලින්. right? මේ දින මෙතන. දැන් තියෙන්නේ 3 වලින්. මේ ඔක්කොම 3. ඒක නිසා 22 වලට copy කරනකොටම ආයි හිතන්න දෙයක් නැහැ 322 කියලා තමයි වෙනස් වෙන්නේ. But in an occasion something like this, F10, now we have to think very carefully. F10 will be added with a 19, so that means F29 will be over here plus E15 plus 19. E34. Right? So 10 became 29. 15 become 34. Right? So you have to be very careful when you are copying things like that. Right. Oh, come on. Right. People, are we clear about that? The fact that I was talking about. Yes, everyone? Is that clear? Okay, great. Right, so let's continue. So the answer for the second one is going to be F22 divided by D22 minus E22 within brackets, right? So let's cross check it with the marking scheme as well. Yeah, this is the marking. So if you have written this formula as the answer for the second part, you will be given 2 marks. So the third one. Third one is asked, write down the steps to display these averages in column H with 2 decimal places. Right, so now the average is taken in the H column. We need to be format that to be seen as in 2 decimal places. Right, so I'll go with the marking scheme. They have explained it in the marking scheme. So this is the first method. So you have to say place the cursor on the column H, press on the icon decrease decimal in MS Excel several times until you see 2 decimal places on the spreadsheet. Right? So that is the short way of writing it. Right? So if you have not answered this question, please copy it down. It will be a short and a good explanation for this. There is a long way as well. I'll show you it later. If you have not written this down, right, completed, better you can copy it down. Right. So I'll show you the second way of doing it. Yeah, this is the way they have explained. It's a little bit lengthier, people. All right. So this is how they have said in step 7. I'm sorry, the method 2. It has 7 steps. Right. So it's the long way. Place a cell pointer and click on the cell in column H. Click right button on the mouse, select format cells. You're getting a particular window. Select number tab from the window. Select number from category and set decimal places to 2, and then press OK. Right. So in any of the cases you can take the marks, but this is a bit lengthier for you to run. Right. So yeah, and they have said do not give marks for any other complicated long formulas. Right. So that cannot be written as well. Okay, so if you have written this correctly, you will be given 2 marks. And the fourth part, it is asking write down the formula in the form of function cell 1 colon cell 2 that should be entered in cell H24 to find the highest average. So the averages are given from H3 to H22. So if we are going to find the highest average, it's going to be the max formula that we are using, or the max function that we are using. So we have to say equal max H3 colon H22, which will gain you another 2 marks. And the last question, they are talking about, they have given you several different occasions to draw the graphs. So it says write down the most suitable chart type available in spreadsheet software from the given list of charts for the following. To show the number of centuries, 50s and ducks obtained by S.R. Tendulkar. List of charts for part A. So they say pi, line, scatter, and area. It's like since this is about the centuries, 50s, and ducks of S.R. Tendulkar. So it's just some kind of field, some kind of details regarding to one particular player. So it's easy for us to go with the pie chart. So the pie chart will be like showing like how many hundreds, how many 50s, and how many ducks will be there. Right? And the part B says to show the comparison of the centuries. Comparison of the centuries, 50s, and ducks obtained by all players. So we can't do this with the pie chart. We need a bar or a column chart. So here, the bar chart will be the suitable one. So if you choose it correctly, you will be given 2 marks again. So that will be all for the Excel question. So see how much you got out of 10 and send me the marks as well. Meanwhile, I'm moving to the next question. Okay, Gamel, that's good. Keep it up. Dinelka, keep it up. Right. Now, in the question number 6, they are saying that consider the following scenario related to the development of hotel management system. Yeah, people, give me a second. Yep. So the sixth one says, consider the following scenario related to the development of hotel management system. So it says Malani, the Deputy General Manager, IT of Stay Here Hotel, proposed to introduce a new computerized system to the hotel. This is mainly due to the limitation of the existing hotel management system to meet the quality requirements such as performance and security. Malani assigned two programmers, Nimal and Anwar, to develop the room reservation and inventory management component respectively. So when you are reading that, you should capture this Nimal and Anwar. They are developing the some components of the system. So they are programmers. So they are going through the stage called coding in the SDLC. Right? So if you think about the SDLC, what are the steps that we have? First, we do requirement identification or identification of requirement. Right? Second, we design the plan. Third, we do the coding. Fourth, we do the testing. Fifth, we do implementation for deployment. Deploy. And as the final one, we will do the maintenance. Right? So the Nimal and Anwar is doing the coding part. This is what is done by Nimal and Anwar. And it says after completing these two components, they were merged. Krishna, a member of testing team, was assigned to test the merged version of system. So Krishna is performing the testing. So that test is tested by merging the components. So like when it comes to the testing, the very first test that you do is the unit test. And the next test that you are doing is what we call integration. And the third step or the third type of test that we are doing is called the system test. First, it is checked unit by unit. Most probably it is done by the programmers. And some of the components, not everything, some of the components can be integrated like they have discussed in this scenario. So those integrated part will be tested and it is called integration test. Then all the entire system will be tested as together, which is called the system testing. The last one is called the acceptance testing. Acceptance testing, which is done by the end user or the client. Right. So the Krishna is doing the integrations. That is done by the Krishna. Right. Then it says Pradeep, head of the testing team, arranged a testing session with the end users, hotel staff of the hotel management system. During this session, most of the end users requested training sessions to be familiar with the functionalities of the new system. Therefore, it was decided that it is better to run both systems together and terminate the all system only after all end users are properly trained. So in implementation, we are given another 4 categories, which is called the direct implementation or the direct deployment. And the parallel. Third one is the pace. Fourth one. Fourth one is the pilot. Right. So the way that the Pradeep has proposed, like according to the end user requirement, is the parallel implementation. Old system and the new system goes together, and after a certain time, old system will be taken out. All right. So, and again, the test that the Pradeep has done with the end users is called the acceptance testing. Right. So, this is what Pradeep has done. All right. Okay. So that's what the scenario says. And look at the questions. Which type of testing was carried out by Krishna? Yes, Krishna is carried out the integration testing. Let's go with the marking scheme as well. It's easy. Right, so it's the integration testing which is carried out by Krishna. And which type of testing was carried out by the hotel staff? Yeah, we talked about it. It's the acceptance test. And part C that they are asking is like, what was the question? Who carried out unit testing of the new hotel management system? Now, unit testing means it should test individual testing. So individual testing is done by the programmers. So the programmers were Anil and Anu. Sorry, Nimal and Anu. Right? So 1 mark for that. And in the fourth one, they asked this particular development model is considered to be the rapid development model, isn't it? Iterative incremental model. Iterative incremental model. So justify that decision, right? So what we can say is they are like creating the projects as a collection of multiple components. So it is the only clue that we can recognize. This is not the waterfall, but in the I'm taking it to the iterative incremental model, right? So this is the answer that they are expecting, but not from the same words. So like somehow you have to justify this is iterative incremental model, right? And the last part, they ask which type of deployment techniques that they are going to use, which is the parallel deployment. Okay, so each and every question getting 1 mark. Only the part D is having 2 marks inside it. So the second part. Now in the second part, yeah, they are talking about input, processors, and outputs of this scenario. So it says Nimal logged into an online banking system to transfer money to his son. Nimal entered the account number. So account number is an input of his son, and the amount to be transferred. Amount to be transferred is an input again. The system requested a PIN to approve the transaction. So like PIN is an input. After verifying the PIN number, so now verifying the PIN number is a process. The system displayed all the transfer details and obtained the final approval from Niman. So all the transfer details is going to be an output. Obtaining final approval from Nimal. So the final approval is going to be an input. And it says after successful completion of the transaction, Nimal received an e-receipt. So e-receipt, it's going to be an output. E-receipt. Right. So like in the explanation, we can capture only one processing, verifying the PIN number, and the other processing are like just inside the scenario, like it is hidden. Right. To display all the details, you have to process the details regarding the transaction. So that can be an answer as well. Let's cross check with the marking scheme. Yeah, these are the ones that they have given. So see how much you got. For inputs, there's only 1 mark. For outputs, there's only 1 mark. And for process, they have given 2 marks. And see how much you got out of 10 and send me the marks as well. And give me a minute, people. I'll be here soon. Okay, people. How about the marks? Okay, Janaka, that's great. How about others? Okay, Shikuli. That's good. Better you move to the 8, 9 marks, but it's a good mark. Okay, Chandri, very well done. Keep it up. All right, we are coming to the last question, the seventh. So in the first part, it asks write one similarity and one difference between variables and constants. What are the differences of variables and constants? Yes, that's my little ones. Okay. So here comes the similarities and difference. There are many similarities. Both of them stores values. Both of them have names. Both occupy some memory space in the memory. Both are having data types. Right? So any one of that can be taken as a similarity. For the difference, the only difference that they have is like variable can change their values, where the constants will not be. Right? So if you have written this correctly, they are going to give you how much? 2 marks. Yes, 2 marks. All right. So the second one, it says the following flowchart is drawn to calculate average marks and display the grades when marks of 3 subjects are given as inputs. The grades are decided according to the following table. So following table shows you like if the average is greater than or equal to 80, the grade is A. If it is less than 80 and greater than or equal to 65, grade is B. Less than 65 and greater than or equal to 50, C, otherwise no grade. So this time you are not given any list of terms to be fulfilled or like to fill the blanks. You have to go on with that. So they have start the situation and read M1, M2 and M3. So the first blank, or that's a process from the shape that we can recognize. So what we can do is we can add everything together and calculate the average. Right? So we can say AVG, or you can take the average. Here they have given the AVG equals M1 plus M2 plus M3 divided by 3. Right? So that is going to be that. And now displaying B and displaying C is given over here. So first you should recognize how to give the grade A. So it's easy. Now we have to check what. Here you can say is AVG greater than 80. Greater than or equal. Because it says greater than or equals to 80. Then that's the question needs to be asked. So if it is yes, then you have to say display A. And this, of course, going to be the no word. And the next condition is like is AVG larger than or equal 65. And in this condition, you don't need to check whether it is less than 80, because the marks that are coming from this part are already less than 80. So you don't need to check specifically whether it is less than 80. It is already. Right? So you only need to check whether it is larger than or equal to 65. So you can go with the B. Right? So yes goes here, no goes here. So this condition, you can ask it like, is ABG larger than or equal 50? Question mark should be there. Then again, this is yes. And on the no part, you can say display, because if it is yes, it displays C. Here display no grade. Then it can be stopped. So those are the fillings that you need to have. Just check whether you got it correct. So according to the marking scheme, they are giving you how much? Yeah, 0.5 marks for each point. So 5 marks altogether. There are 10 spaces. And if all are correct, then 1 bonus mark will be given. Right? So see whether you have taken these things. If everything is correct, you will be given another bonus mark. Okay. Anyone who's still doing the corrections from this side? All right, no one. Okay, number 3, the very last part. Consider the following array A, which contains 0 in all locations. What would be the values of P, Q, R, S, and T after executing the following pseudocode on array A? So array A for the moment, it contains 0 at all the indexes. Then they are executing this program. So they begin value equals 2. And K says 0. So it's a repeat until, so we are going to repeat it again. AK, value is given to the AK. So value is 2 given to the AK, that means A0. Because K is 0, AK means A0 this time. Right, so to A0, the value must be given. So now the A0 can be 2, not 0 anymore. And value equals value into 5. So 2 into 5 is 10. It's a new value. K equals K plus 1. 0 will become 1. Until K less than 5. So the condition is K less than 5. Now K less than 5 will give you the answer as true. So if it is true, in the repeat until structure, if the condition is true, it's not going to iterate. If it is false, then it's going to iterate. So since this is true, it will end without going forward and forward again. So What they are asking is the newly created, or like what are the labels of the PQRS? P is 2, Q is 0, R is 0, S is 0, and T is 0. Okay. See how much you got out of 10. And send me the final mark as well in the paper. Okay, very well done, Uttamya. And that's a good done. Uttamya, well done. Keep it up. Okay, Situli, it's better you advance a little bit, but it's good. Try to advance a little. And I guess Sastrika has sent me the marks as well. Yeah. Sastrika, it's better you try to touch the 85 point. Your marks are a little bit risky. Like, අපි කියන්නේ වැටේ ඉන්නවා වගේ. ඉන්න. හරි පරිසරය. Okay. So you'll send me the marks. I'll show you the marking scheme of 2021 MCQ. So please mark it and send me the incorrect answers. Incorrect question numbers actually. Okay, there you go. Okay, Dinaka, very good. Keep it up. Send me the incorrect question numbers, people. I received from Situlik 11, 14, 24, 36. Yeah, Dineka 8, 14, 15, 38. Saman Atuluvage. Who is that? The name? Thirty-six, 20, 21, 31, and 36. 20, 21, 31, 36. 20, 21, 31, 36. Oh, Yasiru. Okay. Okay. All right. Others, hurry up. Others, hurry up. Okay, Osanda. 11, 15, 22, 30, 32, 35, and 37. Now speaker. 36, 37, 22. Okay. Okay, Lankesha. 11, 24, 32, 36. Okay. Okay, Lankesha has sent me. Dinelka has sent me. Osanda. Tituli, Sastrika, Yasiru, Tilini Rangika. That name is a little bit new to me. Okay. Udamya, I need your incorrect answers. I think that's all, Neda. Okay, Udamya, you can send me the incorrect question numbers and I will continue to the discussion, right? Yes. The first question that you have asked me to discuss is 8. So it's in the next page. Yes, let me clear these things. Okay. Yes, in the 8, it is asking which of the following represents the given 4 numbers in descending order. Yeah. As I remember, they come up with a very close numbers, like very close values. 157, 156, likewise. Let's see. So the first binary that you have is like 1, 2 zeros, 1, 1, 1, 1, and a 0. Right? So this is we convert this into a binary, sorry, to a decimal. So place value is like 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and 128. Oh, well done, Udamya. 20th. Okay. Very well done. Okay, in this occasion, we have to add it up. 128 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2. So 16 plus 4 is 20, 8 plus 2 is 10, and we have 128, which gives us 158. And yeah, so this is 158 in decimal. We have 157 in decimal, that's a decimal value. And we have 9C, that is in hexadecimal. So this is 1, the place value is 16. 16 into 9 is 144. Plus 3 is 12. 1 into 12 is 12. It is 156. Right? And So now 3 figures are being maintained. Can't be like check the answer from that. Never mind, we'll do the other one as well. 233 in octave. So it is 1, 8, and 64. 64 into 3, 128, plus 8 into 3 is 24. 1 into 3 is 3. And 128 plus 24 gives you 152 plus 355. It's very close to it. So the smallest one is going to be 233. So they are asking about ascending or descending. Descending order. The biggest one will be at the beginning, which is 158, right? Yeah, so the binary value. Of course, so it's going to be the first one. Isn't it the first one, people? Number 8. Yeah, it's 1. Okay. So those are the values. After 8, it's the 11th that you are asking me to manage. What is the shortcut key combination to find and replace Word in a Microsoft Word or LibreOffice? So it's find and replace. It's Control H, as I remember. Yes, Control H. Because Control A will select you all the records of the document. Control C will copy, Control X will cut. So definitely Control H should be the answer. 22nd. Which of the following represents PQRS label? Yeah, that's the easy one. P is the name box. So the fourth and first one is gone. R seems to be row headers. I'm sorry, column headers. So yeah, I guess the second one is going to be the answer. Right? Formula box is the Q. PQR and S is going to be the sheets. Sheet headers or like the sheet tabs. Oh, hold on. Second, P is the name box. Q is the formula bar. I'm sorry. I mixed it up. Q is the formula bar. Not the second, third one is the answer. Because Q goes here, formula bar. R is the column headers. And the S is the sheet tabs. Third one is going to be the answer. 12th. Okay, then 14. Okay. So it is asking what will be the value displayed in cell A7? Cell A7 means this. If the formula equals count A1 colon D5, A1 colon D5. Right, so count function will count only the values that you should remember. Not the space, not any other thing, just the count. right? So you can just count the numbers or the values in really okay term, the values. Here you got 4, here you got 3, 7, and you got 3, 10. So the answer is going to be the first one. Excuse me. Then the 15. Which of the following actions can be used to move to the next slide in a slideshow of an electronic presentation? Clicking the left button of the mouse device. Yes, that can be. Pressing the control key of the keyboard. No. Pressing the right arrow key of the keyboard. Yes. Right. So, yeah, the answer is going to be A and C. 20th. Okay. 10 dropped the geography subject and enrolled for the political science subject. Which table or tables needs to be updated for this purpose? Have they given you the table structure? Ah, yes. And from that, they are asking which of the following is a correct HTML tag sequence for a web page? Yeah, I was reading the incorrect question. The 20th. Which of the following is the correct HTML tag sequence for a web page? So it's HTML. The head tags inside it, you can use the title. Then the body tags. So you should start it with the HTML because of that fourth one is gone. Then you need to go with the head. So HTML and head goes together only this answer. So it is going to be the answer, the second one. Okay. 21st. Which of the following statements are correct? This is not being erased. Yeah, HTML tags determine how the web pages are displayed in a web browser. Yes, that's how it says. A URL uniquely identifies a web page on the World Wide Web. Yes, that's why URLs are there. Hyperlink allow to link web pages on the World Wide Web. Yes, of course, using the anchor tags. So all A, B, and C are correct. 22nd. What is the correct HTML statement for creating a hyperlink to official web portal of government of Sri Lanka? This particular one. To create a link, we should use the anchor tag. And inside the anchor tag, there should be href resource. Yeah. So because of that, second one is disqualified. Third one is disqualified as well. Even the fourth one is also disqualified. So definitely it's going to be the first one. Right. So for 22nd, it's the first one. Then 24. Which of the following is a correct example for an internet protocol address? In short terms, this is as IP address. So what's the nature of the IP address? IP address has 4 decimal numbers. Each and every number ranges with 2 to 255. Right? And these decimal numbers are separated from a dot. This is what we call dotted decimal notation. Right? So it has only 4 components. It will be separated with the dot. And 0 to 255, the range is there. So, first one is wrong because there's only 3. Second one, it seems to be correct. Let's keep it and go. The third one is wrong because they have 5. More than 1. Fourth one, the problem is here, 256. Because of that, it's not being able. So the second one is going to be the answer. Right. So after the 24th, the 30th. Yeah. I have discussed it in the previous class as well. So spread by inserting copies of itself into executable files in a computer. That's a computer home. Not the hijacker, not the spyware, not Trojan horse. 31. Which of the following could arise due to the usage of ICT? Yeah, due to the usage of ICT. E-waste problems can be because improving or like having the ICT means that people are purchasing the electronic devices to experience it. So yes, e-waste problem can be there. Security threats, of course. Health hazards, again, they can be taken as yes. Hold on, let me check because I need to be sure about the term. Yeah, can be. So everything can be taken. All ABC. 31st, your answer is 4. Then 32nd, which of the following statements are true with regard to the pilot deployment of a new software system? Okay. So it says the existing system is replaced by the new system as soon as its development is completed. No, that's not the pilot case. Pilot is going to implement the system first into a small place, then to the entire organization. So A is wrong. Then introduce the newly development system to a selected set of users before making it available to all. Yes, that is what the pilot deployment does. The new system is deployed in stage and the success of each stage leads to the next stage. Right? The new system is developed in stages and the success of each stage leads to the next stage. Pilot deployment. No, as I remember, it is not. So it's going to be the second one. Let's see whether it is the second one. Yeah, 32 is the second one. B only. Almost, Susu. Then 35th. Okay, so for 32nd, it's the second one, it's the answer. 35th. Okay, the 35th. If the label yes and no are interchanged in the given flow chart, what will be displayed as its output? Yeah, like, so that means here you are going to have yes, here you are going to have no. So let's hand twist this and see, right? So it starts A equals 1 and B equals 1. So A is 1 and B is 1. Then it says B equals B into A. So A is 1 and B is 1. 1 into 1 is 1. Still B's value is 1. They are asking the question, is A larger than 2? A larger than 2. A is 1. It is not larger than 2. So it is going to go on the no part now. So no part means this. It says output B. B's value is 1 still. So 1 is displayed is going to be the answer for 35th. Right. 36. How many times will the statement count equal count minus 3 executes in the following code segment? Okay. So count equal 12. I'll take it up to this way. So count equals 12. While count larger than or equal 3. Count is larger than, yes, 3 larger than or equal 3, it's larger than. Count equal count minus 3. So 12 will become 9. Goes back and check the condition again. Still it is larger than 3. So count equal count minus 3. 9 will become 6. And go and check the condition again. It is larger than 3. So count equal count minus 3 happens. So 3. Then check the condition again. Count larger than or equal. So 3 not larger than, but it is equals. So again count equal count minus 3 happens. So 3 minus 3 is 0. Yeah. So then checks the condition. It's not true. That means it's ending the while. So they are asking how many times will the statement count equal count minus 3 will happen. So this is the first time, this is the second time, this is the third time, and this is the fourth time that the count equal count minus 3 has happened. So 4 times. Second one is going to be the answer. 36, yeah. Second answer, that means 4. 4, that means 4 times. Yes. There's only 2 questions to be done, so let's quickly finish it off and go, people. So stay with me for 5 minutes. Right, and 37. Which of the following correctly defines the books array in a Pascal program? Okay, so the books array, the name is books. There are indexes like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So like there are 8 items. If the indexes are not defined, it's starting from a 0. right? Otherwise, you have to choose something matchable. So when you are defining an array, there should be a var and the name of the array. So all four answers has the name of the array, then a colon. Then you should have the keyword called array, and the index range must be given. Index range, so here they use equal sign, so it is wrong. Colon must be there. Then the index range is going to give like this, 0 to 7. It's given like 0 double dot 7. That's why it is indicating 0 to 7. So writing it like this is wrong. Writing like 0 to 7 is wrong. Then of you should give what's the data type is. So the correct answer is going to be the 37th. Third one is the answer. Excuse me. So the last questions to be discussed, which of the following represents the most expensive book? Yeah, the most expensive book, that is the largest value over here, is this, right? So the most expensive book is going to be books within square brackets 3. So books 3 is going to be the second answer for that, right? So the 38, the second answer. Okay, people. So that's all that you have asked. So we are done with the first paper of 2021. So next week, we are going to discuss the second paper. So do it and get ready, people. It's the very last paper that you are going to discuss. After that, we'll see. We'll do some model questions. I will send you some papers. So let's first finish the discussion of the 2021, right? Okay, people. So thank you very much. I'm going to end the session from here. I'll see you on next week for the very same time. Right? Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, people.